You didn't do it, bro.
The following contest is a women's division singles match.
Just want to tell him.
Women's time limit schedule for introducing to the ring first.
Dave, can she do it? Can she do it, Dave?
I'd love to say yes, but we are about to find out. It is the moment of truth. And yet another international dream match for a young woman who is making headlines all around the world. KANJI, the most informed competitor in all of Revolution Pro Wrestling, but that could all come crashing down to an end here this evening in Wolverhampton.
What a bop. What a bop. What a wrestler as well. She has been so focused since coming back to the fold here at RevPro with one thing in mind. I'm sure if you ask her, that is the case.
Making her way into the ring, she is Nottingham's very own KANJI!
KANJI last week got a victory over Lucia Lee in Coventry, and it was the latest in a string of remarkable results for KANJI, beating Sapphire Reed, Sky Smithson, LA Taylor, and of course, an uprising in December, Serena Deeb. What a list that is.
I was saying before being really interrupted that she wants probably the undisputed British Women's Championship. Anyways, the Virtuosa has made her way to Revolution Pro Wrestling Day. Bow down. Bow down, I said bow down.
She is a former three-time Impact Knockout Champion, former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. You can list her championship achievements all day long, now playing her trade in AEW, but tonight in the hangar in Wolverhampton.
Making her way into the ring from Hackentown, New Jersey, USA, the Virtuosa, DEONNA!
PURRAZZO rightly regarded as one of the greatest technicians in the world today, but KANJI is building her reputation in that regard as well. And this is going to be quite the test, quite the yardstick of where KANJI has got to. And you were making the point, David, that it's all about
Smartly.
Can you stop congratulating yourself whenever you open your mouth?
Yeah, but you won't do it. I am correct about what I say about myself, but you won't do it, so someone has to.
As I was saying, and I was giving you a compliment.
Good.
The undisputed British Women's Championship is what it's all about as we continue to await that news on who Mercedes Moné will defend the title against April 20th, high stakes in Doncaster, and she makes her UK independent wrestling debut. KANJI has got to be right at the top of that list if she can keep up that winning streak here against PURRAZZO.
Do you think, obviously, KANJI had that match against Serena Deeb. Now she's wrestling DEONNA PURRAZZO here. These are two wrestlers that share locker rooms, or at least close enough locker rooms with the current undisputed British Women's Champion. Do you think that conversations about KANJI have arrived to the backstage environment?
Yeah, I'm not sure, because there's plenty of competitive edge between PURRAZZO and Mercedes Moné as well over in AEW. You know, PURRAZZO was after that TBS championship in recent times.
But you know how things go. You've been in wrestling for a while. Word travels around. I'm sure that Mercedes Moné is aware that KANJI has been on this undefeated streak, and that includes the Professor, which was an incredible match that you should go back and watch if you haven't yet, at the last Your Call show.
My point being, though, I think that given there are so many wrestlers who want that spot against Mercedes Moné, that no one's going to be giving Moné a heads up. No one's going to be giving anyone else a heads up, because it's every woman for herself in this highly competitive environment as we head towards high stakes. PURRAZZO now getting the better of KANJI with the wrist lock.
I don't know what happened in that match against Serena Deeb with KANJI, but that win definitely lit a fire underneath her. Shout out to JJ Gale, because she's been unstoppable, as you've been saying ever since, right? LA Taylor, Sky Smithson, Sapphire Reed, Lucia Lee. Can she continue that here against DEONNA PURRAZZO?
Well, KANJI getting sent to the ropes here, second of the clothesline from PURRAZZO. I was about to say that that's the thing here in RevPro, as you continue to build up victories, we keep cranking up the level of difficulty to see just what your ceiling is, if there is one, and so far, we haven't found one when it comes to KANJI. Maybe the ceiling is to be at the top of the mountain, maybe it is to be the undisputed British Women's Champion.
And then you win the title, the biggest title they can fight for, and it gets stolen away from you because you haven't been picked as the person that should have it. But sure, yeah, let's say that is the case. That merits it does do something.
Still
here.
bitter, huh?
Forever. I want my title back. Anyways. DEONNA PURRAZZO is here at RevPro, and she has a lot to gain from being here and building momentum here in RevPro, right? Imagine what it will do to her career for her to be the person that is able to come into what is effectively the CEO's house right now around the world. And
hold on now, onto that arm breaker, that modified arm breaker, the cover there by PURRAZZO gets her a 2 count.
And build her way into being the challenger and potentially the person that beats Mercedes Moné for the undisputed British Women's Championship. That's gonna do great things for her here in the continent, here in Europe and here in UK, but also for all the other fronts that she's battling in AEW and even in New Japan. If she beats the current New Japan Strong Women's Champion, she's gonna have a contention for that title. There's a lot on the line here for DEONNA PURRAZZO as well.
Oh yeah, it's not just a test for KANJI, but there's a reason PURRAZZO has agreed to travel across an ocean to take this match, because everybody is talking about the form of KANJI and everybody wants to be the person who stops that form dead in its tracks, PURRAZZO included. Because if PURRAZZO does that, maybe PURRAZZO's the one who's at the front of the line for April 20th.
Can you imagine PURRAZZO being the one derailing KANJI's train? We would not hear the end of it. And rightfully so, because, you know, people like you won't say it, so we have to say it ourselves.
One thing I will say is that KANJI is doing a remarkable job. He's already just taken down PURRAZZO by the arm, now got her in the corner. There's a boot to the face there of PURRAZZO from KANJI. KANJI not seeming in any way overawed by the caliber of her opponent here.
Every time that DEONNA PURRAZZO, the big majority of the time DEONNA PURRAZZO has been in control in this match, has been thanks to a lariat, right? Using that arm as a weapon. So KANJI's been very smart of going after that arm. At the same time, you can see that DEONNA can see the huge protection that KANJI has on her forearm from the incredible injury that she had a few years ago, and she's clearly targeting that. These two are very effectively, technically, as you can see right now with these hammerlock exchanges.
Yeah, then KANJI gets the better of it though. KANJI got the better of it, taking PURRAZZO down. Now she's trying to hyperextend that left arm of PURRAZZO, now bending the elbow behind the back.
I don't know if KANJI or DEONNA will have the advantage when it comes to technique and grappling. Definitely KANJI will have the advantage when it comes to agility and striking.
And that's smart though. Do you see that from KANJI going to the headstand there and getting that bridge to prevent PURRAZZO from being able to do what she wanted to do there with that side headlock?
Almost a counter into a counter, as DEONNA was using her power to kind of bring KANJI around. She bridged and was able to maintain control. I think DEONNA is starting to be desperate about what's happening here, trying to get out.
That bridge is putting more and more pressure on the arm as well, and PURRAZZO able to adjust her body position, hooking that right foot over the bottom rope. But KANJI is a parting gift there with another strike to the arm.
So is it okay when KANJI does that, right?
Well, as you will always tell me, they've got 5 seconds
they
to break
do,
it,
yeah,
right?
but you would be the kind of person that would tell me that I couldn't. But it's okay when KANJI does it. I'm glad that we're in agreement here, exactly, right?
Always
you
the
gotta
victim,
break,
aren't you?
you gotta break when the referee has to tell you.
Always about how you've been screwed over, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want that to happen to KANJI.
You're a real hero, real man of the people.
Just ask JJ and RKJ and Leighton Buzzard.
Well, KANJI going to the ropes here. PURRAZZO follows her in.
So smart. The evasion was very much needed. Oh, the power of DEONNA PURRAZZO.
And PURRAZZO went for the clothesline, and KANJI didn't go down.
Just gritting through that lariat.
KANJI this time following her to the ropes, goes through, tried to roll her up. Both women had the same idea at the same time. Both go down. Double clothesline.
Wolverhampton here showing their support for KANJI as they understand the magnitude and importance of this match for both of these opponents, obviously, but of course for KANJI as well. She's been climbing up that ladder. If she you can say, I wouldn't argue that, but some people can argue that with defeating Serena Deeb, like getting one win is going to happen to everybody. But defeating Serena Deeb and DEONNA Purrazzo in the space of a few months is not a fluke, it's a pattern. And all eyes are going to open to KANJI if she's able to win here.
Make no mistake about it, Mercedes Monet will be watching this one with great interest.
Hi, Mercedes. I'm sure she's studying this tape right now. Hi, Mercedes.
If she finds out you're on commentary, she might be watching it with the volume down, but she will be watching it. And there's an elbow to the side of the face of Purrazzo. KANJI now, once more, just twisting at that wrist. And KANJI bridging, going underneath. Look at the leg position of KANJI. And he's going to twist the neck. A variation of the KANJI Sabre Jr. Kick between the shoulder blades there from KANJI. KANJI's going to try for the win. And was very, very close to what would have been another career-boosting victory for KANJI.
With the way that she's been using it, KANJI, all the flexibility, I mean, it's not a fluke. She's not reacting to what's happening in the ring. You can tell that all of this has been drilled. She's been training how to use her back flexibility and neck strength to be able to take back control and advantage to it, and it's being very effective as she continues to wrap DEONNA Purrazzo into knots.
They got those arms tied up. Briefly had both the legs, then certainly had the left leg.
Yeah, you could see that she was favoring that arm there. She was trying to get maybe a Tequila Sunrise in, but couldn't hold the leg. That's the effect that DEONNA Purrazzo has had on KANJI's arm, the same way that DEONNA is probably feeling the effects on her arm, that the work that KANJI's been putting so far.
Yeah, and Purrazzo's not just going after that arm because she sees it's got tape, and although I'm sure that's a part of it, but we know that Purrazzo likes to use a Fujiwara arm bar, and if she can get that locked in on an arm that's already damaged, that could be all she wrote for KANJI.
You're not going to see DEONNA Purrazzo throwing kicks like that. That may be the key to victory to KANJI if she's able to use that to her advantage.
KANJI.
Great evasion.
Snap German suplex. Obviously swung back in through the ropes.
Oh, maybe I was wrong. Okay, that wasn't a kick, that was a boot. But that was so precise, and with all the power of DEONNA Purrazzo, that can be it.
Kick out on two from KANJI. I think if Purrazzo had hooked those legs up tight there, that could have been a different outcome.
Hey, listen, when your arm is favoring like that, you may try to grab whatever you want, but you realize that you can't.
Yeah, great point as well, because with Purrazzo, if she's been hurt in the process of this match, is this one becoming more and more physical in terms of the amount of damage that's being done. You can see these kicks to the back of the middle of the spine there.
KANJI has nowhere to go, stuck in that tree of woe, and DEONNA knows exactly that that is the case. Look how long she's taking, and then immediately full body into the diaphragm and stomach of KANJI. KANJI cannot breathe properly right now.
What a power bomb! What a power bomb from Purrazzo. Purrazzo thought she'd done it. She was posing for the cameras, but KANJI still kicked out.
Great follow through, not letting KANJI getting away from her and going after that arm immediately. Now it's time for DEONNA Purrazzo to wrap KANJI into knots.
Bending the left arm, stretching out the right. KANJI very, very quickly moving herself over to that bottom rope. And Purrazzo holding on for some of the count of five, which I know you're a big fan of.
Hey, turn around, fair play. Purrazzo didn't realize how close she was to the ropes, or maybe tried to get the submission before moving KANJI, which could give KANJI an open to get away from her grasp.
Oh, mistake there. Mistake by KANJI. Try for a spear through the ropes, and then it's an arm breaker. Should have gone for the DDT, but focus on the arm again. And here we go, the arm bar. The arm bar. KANJI could be in a world of trouble here.
The closest ropes to KANJI are behind her, but she won't be able to crawl back because DEONNA Purrazzo, her entire weight is on her. She's going to have to shift her hips if she wants to escape, but can she endure?
She's trying to just adjust her body around so she can reach for her arms. Oh, KANJI countered into a pin. That was very, very clever from KANJI because it forced Purrazzo to break the hold. Purrazzo's looking here.
She can't do it. No, she won't be able to get the gotch with that arm, or maybe she'll be able to.
Is there enough strength in that arm to lift her for that gotch pile driver? I think the answer is no.
And KANJI was able to counter because the grip wasn't there fully.
KANJI looking maybe for a Kimura here, rolling her over. They're not trying for the pin, trying for the submission.
Oh my God, bridging double wrist, that's it!
The tap out!
Wow!
KANJI wins again!
That's what's going to happen. Out of nowhere, KANJI can get you. She's sick, man. She's sick.
You asked the question at the start of the match, and the answer is clear. Yes, she KANJI. Is there anybody who can stop this young woman right now?
You said the line, well done. I don't think there's anyone that is more on the roll right now in the first 3 months of 2025 than KANJI. I'm sorry if she wasn't doing it before, and I understand why she wouldn't. She has to be paying attention right now. Mercedes, April 20th, you're probably going to come down and going to defend that title. I don't know how you defend against anyone but KANJI.
Well, PURRAZZO's got back into the ring here. KANJI with the arm that still is basically in good working order is offering a handshake.
PURRAZZO is not known for being the most sportsman-like person around. I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, she's lived up to that reputation.
It was one time. I respect it. I respect it. One time, Dave.